Oh, and we're the poo poo man.
Winnie the Pooh Pooh Pee Pee.
Say hello to the poo poo man.
Don't say his name. You will poop.
Don't think his name. You'll pee someone's pants.
Don't think the thoughts
I woke up.
because he will poop in your brain.
I woke up this morning and someone had pooped in my pants.
Dude, happens to me all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you poop your pants, then you're in the right place. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the Incoherent Mumbling podcast.
Sponsored by Pampers.
Sponsored by pee-peeing and poo-pooing in your poo pants.
This is a show for adults.
You ever pee-pee and poo-pooed? Welcome back.
Wow, Logan, I never thought you'd ask me that.
This entire episode is just us talking about peeing and pooping.
Yes. Everyone's favorite subject.
Well, oh, number 7, baby. We made it. We're
Dude,
here.
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. It's going to be either the best or the worst. No in between.
We started off with pee-pee and poo-poo, so we know where it's going.
Infer from there.
You know what I'm going to do this week, Logan?
What?
I'm going to introduce myself.
What?
I'm Matthew Simmons.
You're Matthew Simmons?
And that was a cat.
That was a cat that just knocked something over. Hold on 1 second.
Not sure what you knocked over, but it just sounded like I said my name and you collapsed in your chair.
Yeah, she knocked something over. I don't know what it was. This is great.
That's never a good sign.
No, man.
It's never a good sign when you hear a noise and you can't immediately find out.
I don't know what she knocked over. Like, I actually don't know what she knocked over.
Maybe it was herself.
Everything that was there is still there. So.
All right, never mind.
False alarm.
She's just loud.
Yeah.
That's Torrance. She's a dick.
Speaking of torrents,
Ooh.
Logan, this isn't just your average episode
No.
of Incoherent Mumbling.
No.
This is the spooky episode.
Ooh, the lights are
Incoherent Mumbling.
flickering.
And the walls are oozing green slime!
And on, what day is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday!
Tuesday night.
I messed up the quote!
Matt, you're doing this thing that I used to do a lot, which is peek.
I've peaked in high school, so that's okay. Here, I moved the mic just a tad bit away from my mouth.
Okay, perfect.
You're welcome. It was like right up in there.
It was all up
It
in
was
you.
like, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Now I know how everyone feels when I talk on this podcast. Blown the fuck out.
So, these are new headphones I bought.
Okay.
They're Cloud 2s.
What brand?
HyperX.
Oh, so so they're gamer headphones.
Yeah.
So you're a gamer.
Yeah. So I'm here, guys. I'm coming out.
As a gamer.
Yeah. But I play Xbox, and the headset I bought for $40, and I was like, you know what, $40 for headphones, those will probably get you a decent pair, right? Wrong, because I found out immediately later that like the sound quality was bad.
Yeah.
And my mic quality was terrible, and so Mitchell and we play in the same room sometimes, and he's very loud.
Yes, he is. Your brother is extremely loud.
He's extremely loud and incredibly close. Yeah. I can't believe I made that quote. But anytime he would yell or even just speak, you would be able to hear it in my mic. And it was just no bueno for anybody we were playing with. So I decided to splurge and buy these, and they're so great. Like I noticed immediately the difference.
Well, good.
So now I'll be able to hear all the spooks. No ghosts can sneak up on me.
Spooky-Doo's not coming to get you.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Scrappy poo-poo man.
Poo.
Scooby.
Shaggy thought it was ice cream.
Scooby Poopy-Poo. Pooping you.
Oh, God.
This is awful. What
are we doing?
I don't know, but I have to burp. Hold on.
Okay. It wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be.
Well, because I turned away from the mic because I didn't want... Okay, well, next time I have to fart, I'll fart right on the mic.
Content, Logan.
Talk about a hot mic.
Got him.
Talk about a beefy mic.
Don't crop dust the audience.
I'm gonna...
A virtual crop dust.
And that's what we can promise you folks here at Incoherent Mumbling.
That is our content described in 3 words. It's virtual crop
a
dust.
virtual crop dust.
We should put that on the box.
What box?
I don't know. Do they sell podcasts in physical media?
I think we should start.
I think so. I think we should just start putting them like in stores. People would be like, "Why is this?" Why is this an option?
A box set of a podcast?
Come listen to Incoherent Mumbling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also your local Best Buy.
Also, come to Meyer, where we have where we sell one copy.
Yes, just one. You have to rush to get it.
Just one copy, and I've already bought it, so you are out of luck.
You came all the way here for nothing. I'm sorry.
I still lost money because even though I have royalties, I spent money on it.
And that's called capitalism, kids.
I think that's an epic gamer moment.
Epic bruh gamer moment.
Bruh gamer moment.
But back on topic, it is almost Halloween.
It is almost
the best
Halloween.
time of the year.
It by far the best time of the year.
And we're not really coming at this with different topics this day. We're just gonna kind of have like a general discussion.
Yeah.
On our thoughts on the holiday and what we've been doing to celebrate it in this hell year.
Of course.
This year of hell.
Because this year has been its own horror movie.
Yes, it has.
Probably even worse than a horror movie, to be honest, because it's happening right now. It's happening.
It's never ending.
Starring Mark Wahlberg.
Wait, I was trying to think of the quote where she's like, "I've been hearing you in the night, whispering, what? Telling me you want to kill me in my sleep? What?
What?
No, of course not.
It's the trees?
I'm talking to a plastic plant.
I'm not talking to you. This aloe vera named Jeremy is talking to me in my sleep.
Oh my god, it's the wind. Say hello to your mother for me.
Say hello to your mother. Marky Mark and the Funky Birch. Anyway, we're on episode 7, and before we get into spooky topics, Matthew, how was your week?
Literally, I've got nothing new to report.
Really?
It's been just, again, it's one of those weeks where I'm like, I wake up, I work, I eat, I sleep, repeat.
I poo-poo, I pee-pee, I sleep.
Yes, of course. I do that at least 3 or 4 times in the middle.
I poo-poo and pee-pee in my sleep.
Oh, not in the sleep.
At least not this week.
Logan, you gotta train yourself for that, man.
I mean, depends on the context, but...
Okay. Well, has your week been any more or less eventful than
mine?
My
week has been pretty eventful.
All right, continue.
Okay, so I live in small town Indiana. And if you know anything about Indiana and small towns, there are a lot of drugs.
Yeah!
Tons of drugs.
Woo! Shout out to drugs.
Shout out to my boy Drugs.
If you're listening, Drugs.
Drugs, we love you.
We love you.
Hashtag free my homie Drugs.
Hashtag love drugs.
Hashtag love drugs.
We love drugs.
Hashtag incoherent mumbling loves drugs.
If you guys are listening to this podcast, please add us on Twitter and put the hashtag we love drugs.
We love drugs. But, so it was a day that Shelby and I were both off, and we both walked to the mailbox together. And it was like 11 in the morning. And
that's one of the only things to do in Indiana, right?
It really is to walk to the mailbox and maybe go to the skating rink and
it's
maybe
one of the staples. Target.
Walk around Walmart.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to drive to Walmart?
Hell yeah, let's go.
That's how small town Indiana nights go.
Just walk around the food section.
Throw basketballs at each other.
Yep.
Fart into the PA system like everyone on TikTok pretends to do.
Yep, it's fake.
It's
Spoiler alert.
Fake news.
Nobody's actually doing it.
Nobody farts in the mic quite like me.
I was just gonna say that exact same thing.
Nobody farts like me. They're tremendous. They're awful. Well, it's truly inspiring. But so we were walking to the tremendous, great, mammoth, China farts. They're the worst.
Oh,
you ever had China farts?
The China virus.
The China virus gives the worst China farts.
You've ever seen, believe me.
You can't taste them.
I know.
You can't taste them, but you can smell them. China farts. Okay, so that can't be the title of the episode.
No,
but
it cannot.
I really want it to be. Um,
I'm so sorry.
but
We'll save it for next time.
we'll save it for when we have job security and can do that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But so how our mailbox situation is set up is there is this one big box with like 15 different slots in it, and we have one of the slots. So it's a little walk from our actual place. So we walk to the mailbox, and there's this little like drive-in that you can pull in and like park your car and check your mail. And right in that driveway, we found a pill bottle full of oxys.
Wow.
Just on the street, just walking down, singing, everything. I don't know why the oxys were singing, but
That's neither here nor there.
here nor there. So we were like, what do we do? Like, we finally decided to call the
Take them.
Well, okay. Whoa. You're being real aggressive, Matt.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was like a Mad Lib. I just really wanted to finish the story.
This is small town Indiana, after all. So
I'm only gonna put my own spin on it.
Taking it was probably the third right answer.
You're right.
But so we call the non-emergency number, and first of all, we call the wrong state. We called Delaware instead of Indiana. So they were like, "Where are you? What state are you in?"
How did you accidentally call the wrong state?
Because apparently we have the same town name as a place in Delaware, and we called that number. Very stupid.
Well, you know what? Delaware is actually really proud that you called them. They were getting really lonely there for a second.
I bet they get even less calls than the Indiana one does, because Delaware is awful.
You know what? I've never been to Delaware, so I can't say anything about it.
I've only heard bad things. Well, not bad things, just that it's boring. Much like Indiana.
I mean, Delaware is, you know what? Just like a quick aside, Delaware just sounds like, even just the sound of the state just makes it seem like it's a really boring state.
Delaware.
Like, no one has ever said, dude, let's go to Delaware.
Dude, spring break.
Spring break, the Delaware River.
We're going to Delaware, bro.
We're going to recreate Washington's boat ride over the Delaware, right?
Okay, so my lovely girlfriend just informed me that I think I said hydrocodone and not oxycodone, and hydrocodone helps constipation.
I don't think I heard you say hydrocodone.
Did I say did I say?
I thought you said oxy.
Did I say oxy? Okay. Well,
roll it back.
Okay, she says I did. Whatever. Don matter. It was the pills that get you high.
Right.
So we called the pills. We called the non-emergency number, and a cop shows up eventually, and he picks up the bottle and is like, "Yeah, this is full." And then he opens it and he's like, "Oh, there's also weed in here."
So they just put all their drugs in the same place?
Yeah, apparently. And what he said, what probably happened was they were probably fleeing from cops and just like tossed it out their window or something.
Oh,
so
okay.
it probably just landed in front of our mailbox.
Nice. Well, look at you, solving a crime.
So we were being good Samaritans this week.
Yes, you were.
And
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It wasn't a very exciting story, but we found drugs on the street.
I mean, literally, all you had to do to show up to how my weekend's been or how my week's been was literally say anything.
Just have a story.
And so having a story with drugs in it is nice.
Hey.
It's nice.
I think a story with drugs makes anything better.
It's true. That's true. Could you imagine the Land Before Time, but if they were all just tripping on acid?
What if that's just what it is? What if there's a secret ending and someone just wakes up out of like an acid fever dream?
It was Ducky, and you know it!
It was Ducky was tripping balls, bro.
Straight balls, bro.
Straight dino balls.
That was actually the alternative name for this podcast.
Straight dino balls?
Yeah.
I don't think we can make that the title either, but
no.
But
gotta stick to spooks.
But it was
to spoops.
But it was also my lovely girlfriend Shelby's birthday.
Oh, happy
yesterday.
birthday to Shelby!
Yeah, she is now 23, so no one likes her.
Not any different than any other year.
That's depressing.
A little bit, but nonetheless.
You know what? I'm gonna have to skip the age 23 in honor of Michael Jordan. I think we have to put that number to rest.
I think we have to retire
Retire the number
indefinitely.
I cannot. I can't. I'm going straight to 24.
So I guess she's the last person to get it then.
Congrats, Shelby.
Wow. I
You
can't believe
You are just like Michael Jordan.
she retired the number, not Michael Jordan. Shelby.
God.
She retired it.
Truly the GOAT.
What? Truly the GOAT. But we've just been chilling out. She's had this week off, so we've just been hanging around here. We got a brand new TV.
Oh.
Which is nice. We had a little 32-inch boy for our living room, and it wasn't enough. So we got a 43-inch 4K TV.
Nice.
And it's great.
I'm sure, like, you probably got a good deal on it, because,
yeah.
4K TVs, like, even the smaller ones, they're not all that expensive. They're
No.
like maybe $300.
Well, no, ours was less than 200.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, right?
That's insane.
So it's wonderful, and we've been watching some good stuff on it that I'll get into right now. We started watching Doom Patrol, and
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's incredible, Matt. It is.
All I know about the show is that Brendan Fraser's in it.
And he's one of the best parts.
Fuck yeah.
He's hilarious.
Never doubt Brendan Fraser.
Do you know anything about Doom Patrol?
I know the DC property. I know some of the characters, but that's pretty much it.
It's basically just DC X-Men. That's really what it is, because their leader is an old guy in a wheelchair, and they're basically mutants. So it's pretty much X-Men. But
are they close in relation to like what the Suicide Squad is, or no?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I say it's different enough for it to be its own separate entity and be fine.
Right. Does Will Smith pop up and say, "What are we, some kind of Doom Patrol?"
What are we, some kind of Suicide Patrol? What are we, some kind of Doom Squad?
Doom Squad, I like that name.
What are we, some kind of Geek Squad brought to you by Best Buy?
What are we, some kind of Gemini Man?
What are we, some kind of Bye-Bye Man?
What are we, some kind of pee-pee poo-poo man?
What are we, some kind of Pursuit of Happiness?
What are we, some kind of 7 pounds?
What are we, some kind of I Am Legend when the dog dies?
Incredible stuff, incredible bits.
But I highly suggest Doom Patrol. We're a couple episodes in now. We're gonna blaze through it.
Blaze.
We're gonna 420 blaze through this show.
Oh, so you gave them the oxy, but you kept the...
No comment. No, I didn't.
We're not gonna incriminate on this podcast.
No.
We do that quite enough.
Yeah, we already make a case for us to be put into an insane asylum on a weekly basis. But no, I highly suggest Doom Patrol. It's fantastic.
Is it on HBO Max?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay,
yes.
well, there you go. I won't be able to ever watch it.
Bro, just get it.
Bro, it's like $13 a month.
And?
It's $13 a month.
You get everything HBO has plus more.
You know what? That's true. You know what? I was thinking about getting it anyway because they have like a huge collection of like classic films. Like
exactly.
They have like a lot of Hitchcock shit.
They do.
But yeah, I'll definitely maybe one day, like the Conch show. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
No.
No. Okay, so off topic, but I was thinking about my favorite like underrated SpongeBob quote.
Okay.
And it's when they're at like this grocery store and Patrick is like riding that guy like a coin operated like horse.
Yes.
And SpongeBob goes, "Patrick, that's not a ride." And then Patrick goes, I mean the guy goes, "Get off of me."
You know what? Like my favorite SpongeBob quote's probably.
What is it?
It's, "I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. And at night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
I love how you have that memorized.
Dude, I have to. it's part of me.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
I think my favorite non-quote is when he's eating his own arms in this.
During that Slinging Slasher story.
Tuesday night.
And he's eating them, and Squidward's going, and then.
But nah, speaking of spooky stuff, bro, it's Halloween time.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to get into your watch list because it's something that I've wanted to do, but I've never actually done, and I haven't committed to one yet, and I want to next year definitely because I think it's too late to commit to one now.
Yeah, unless you plan on watching 31 movies in 9 days, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
It's doable.
It is, but do you want to put yourself through that is the real question.
No.
Exactly. So, basically, the watch list is, I started this last year, and I did terrible last year.
Yeah.
It was Spooky Season 2019, and basically my goal to myself was to watch as many horror films in October as possible.
Yeah.
Spooky Season 2020 is a little bit updated, where I just wanted to watch 31 horror films, so a horror film every day, for the whole month of October, and most of them stuff that I had not seen before.
And it keeps the doctor away.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was actually prescribed to me because of my infected corneas. I don't know why they tell me to watch a very blue screen for 31 hours or more than 31 hours, but you know.
Can I have the name of that doctor so I can get prescribed that too? Because Lord.
Dr. Hangtree.
Dr. Doofenshmirda.
Dr. Hangendar.
Doofen Bobby Shmurda.
Yes, Bobby Shmurda is my doctor.
He's everyone's doctor.
Yeah, it's great. But anyways, today's currently October 22nd.
Yes, it is, as of recording.
And I've fallen behind a little bit. There was a stretch where I was just so busy and tired because of work, I didn't want to watch things.
Which is fair.
Yeah, so I'm up to 17 now.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
You're not far behind.
And considering that one of these watch list things is a whole entire miniseries,
yeah, that's a lot.
That's like 9 hours, which could have been like, I'm gonna do quick math. Like that could have been like 6 movies easily.
Yeah, honestly, it really could have.
I digress. But I'll walk you through this list real quickly.
Yes, please. Yes, absolutely.
So, started off with a movie called Session 9. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
It's basically like these guys are like renovating this old asylum for a sale, I think.
Okay.
And I had only seen it because I'd seen some people on Twitter were talking about it.
Gotcha.
And I thought it was really, really good. It's a very, very slow burn. And it gave me like Shining vibes, really.
Ooh, okay.
That kind of movie, and like the last act is pretty crazy, and the reveal is nice as well. So, a strong start, and then next day was the Suspiria remake.
Okay, so have you seen the original?
Yes.
How do they compare?
I think I like the remake better.
Really? I think that's a controversial opinion, Matthew.
It's way different, and I think aesthetically, the original is probably better because this one is purposefully like, very muted colors throughout.
Yeah.
But I think what they did with the story and where they set it and how it kind of like, bring it into like a different sort of more subtext to it than the original. Pretty great. And the very gruesome scenes in the movie are absolutely just gut-wrenching.
Oof.
Like the very, very first gruesome scene in the movie where I won't explain what exactly happens, but the main character is dancing and she has a spell on her, and as she's dancing, someone's in another room and her body's contorting any time that the dancer does stuff.
Oh no.
It is gruesome. It's hard to watch, but yeah, that was great. And
okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
So you like the remake more?
I think so.
But would you say the first one is a better movie?
You know what?
Because I have this conundrum with Shrek. I love the first one. but the second one is the better movie.
I agree.
So, do you feel that same way?
I was actually thinking of maybe rewatching the original, just so I can kind of make that definitive statement.
That's fair.
So I mean, it's on Canopy, I think, so I can watch it.
Absolutely.
But as of right now, I think I like the remake just a tad more.
Gotcha.
In general. And so I'll run through these next couple ones. So next one was Halloween 5, because it was on TV. God, I thought that was a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit.
And then I watched Halloween 6, and I was like, wow, Halloween 5 is the best movie ever. Compared to Halloween 6.
It's insane how both are incredibly bad, but there's still levels because of how much worse 6 is.
Yeah. Paul Rudd, man. What the fuck? And then I watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Really contained, creepy story that's pretty much all set inside a... what's the room where they do autopsies in? For like dead bodies and stuff?
Just call it the autopsy room.
The autopsy room. Yeah, it takes place pretty much in one room the entire time.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out, like, what it's called. It is a morgue. A morgue.
Duh.
A morgue.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Well, welcome back to part 4,084,000,084, where Matt and Logan are stupid.
Yeah, we're always dumb. So that one was fine. And then I watched Hubie Halloween.
Okay, I've been wanting to watch it. Is it
the
good?
New Adam Sandler. It's almost like it feels like more in the vein of like the older Sandler stuff, where it's just balls out stupid. But it's got like a really like a sweet heart to it.
It's charming. I think is how you described it last time we talked about it.
I don't know. I would feel like I'd usually be annoyed by this movie, but I kind of liked it. So I mean, yeah, if you know me, like I have a very love-hate relationship with Adam Sandler.
Yes, you do.
Like, I dug it. So I mean, take with that what you will.
Can you dug it?
Can you dug it? Exactly. So shout out to Hubie. Hope you're doing good. And then Crawl, that alligator movie.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I didn't like it, man.
It's not anything special. It's literally, it sells you exactly what it is. It's just, they're alligators.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, like, it's not the best, but I would understand if someone didn't like it.
Yeah.
I watched one called One BR or One Bedroom, which, have you ever seen the movie The Invitation?
Yes.
Okay.
I really like that movie.
Invitation is probably one of my favorite horror movies of recent years.
It's very underrated, I think.
Fucking great.
I think more people need to talk about it.
One BR is very much The Invitation light.
Okay.
Like, it still has some good concepts, but, like, even the ending is just, like, just so much like The Invitation. It's crazy. And then after that was Bly Manor, which I already talked about.
Yep. Wonderful.
A movie called The Others.
I've heard of it, and I've seen it in my queue on wherever it's streamed, but I haven't.
Nicole Kidman. Yeah, it's another slow burn, more of a creepy sort of atmospheric horror film.
Gotcha.
That was pretty good. I don't know. I was kind of taken out of it because you've seen Scary Movie 3, right?
Yeah.
You know the scene where he walks into the room and his daughter's under the cover and he takes the cover off and it's Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
So that's where this movie... That was a scene from where this movie was ripped off from.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, so there's a scene where, like, she walks into the room and her daughter's under the cover and she's like, what have you done with my daughter? And it's clearly not her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking creepy, but, like, at the same time I was like, Michael Jackson's gonna pop out.
If you've seen Scary Movie first, then it's not gonna hit the same way.
Exactly. But I still thought it was really, really good. And then Green Room.
I still need to watch. I've heard.
Fucking intense punk horror film with Patrick Stewart as a Nazi.
Dude, that sounds insane.
It is intense. It is so just like, and there's like a scene involving a hallway and knives that just like I had to like watch through my fingers because I was just like, this is way too much for me.
Damn.
So definitely recommend that one.
Okay.
Paranormal Activity 3, which is probably one of the better Paranormal Activity movies, especially because the ending is just like a really big what the fuck moment. It's great.
I've only seen chunks of them. Like I've never watched any of them in full because it's never really appealed to me.
You're right. I mean, if you don't like found footage films, this one's not going to do anything new. But I still thought like some of the scares were effective. Some of like the techniques they used to like capture the footage.
I think my least favorite thing about them is one of them. You like the big giveaway for the ghost is you could see it on the Xbox 360 Connect. That took me the fuck out of it, and I could not recover.
Back when they thought the Kinect was the next big thing in gaming.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, I forgot about that, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the worst.
So the next one I watched was Sleepy Hollow, the Tim Burton film with Johnny Depp.
I still need to watch it.
Jonathan Depp. It's on Netflix. It's not particularly scary, but like aesthetically,
it's spooky.
like
it's creepy.
It's a Tim Burton film. Like it's gonna look gorgeous.
Yes.
And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And then the OG Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wonderful,
which, like,
classic.
Fucking classic.
It's hard to beat.
It really is. Like, I know it's like the same with a lot of those very beginning slasher films where it's like the acting might not be the best, and some of the dialogue may be cringy, but just like the ideas and what they do on the screen is just like the scene I think it's the first death with the character Tina, who she gets slit like on her like her chest when she's sleeping, and she starts floating up on the walls and the ceiling.
It's terrifying.
It's one of those things where like I was watching, I'm like, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, like back in the 80s, how did they do that?
That scene just like as soon as that happened, I'm like, I'm fucking in.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah, classic. I think this is one you might have seen, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
It sounds familiar. Hold on one second. Let me.
It's directed by Scott Derrickson, who did Doctor Strange and more importantly Sinister. But it's like an exorcist film, but that it's mostly a courtroom drama.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Okay, that one's pretty good. I haven't really seen like a ghost story that like the story details are coming to you like through a courtroom.
Right.
And like the idea is like a priest is being tried for negligent homicide. It's because instead of taking her to like a doctor for like a medical condition, he was convinced that it was a demon that she had to be exorcised. Right.
So he took her to Chuck E. Cheese, and they tried to have a good time, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work. He was more of a fuck. I messed up the joke. God damn it!
Well,
I was trying to think of what's the okay. I was
Dave
thinking
and Buster's.
Yes, I was gonna say the ghost was more of a Dave and Buster's kind of person. I don't know. In my head, I thought Mega Play, but
what is that?
There's like a Mega Play here in town that used to be. I thought was like similar to like a Dave and Buster's, but just with like more games.
Yeah,
I don't know.
David Buster.
Yeah, I love him. And then the last two that I watched recently were Never Hike in the Snow.
Yes,
which is that. It's the sequel to Never Hike Alone, they're both Friday the 13th fan films,
but they're both incredibly good.
Incredible stuff on YouTube,
free.
For free.
Go watch it right now.
This one is I think around 24 minutes, so it won't take up a majority of like your day. You can watch it like super easily, but like really really good direction and fucking Jason looks terrifying.
Yes, which a lot of the movies couldn't do, and it's insane how a fan film can do it so much better than these multi-million dollar.
Did you get a chance to watch this one yet?
I have not watched the second one yet.
Okay, it's really good. The kills in this one are fucking great. But I think the only thing is that like it kind of just abruptly ends.
Oh,
I know it's because it's a short film, but like I was just like, I want more of this.
Yeah, exactly. You want like a feature length like that because of how good it is in like 24 minutes in a 24-minute span. Like watch it.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand why they won't be making feature Friday the 13th movies anytime soon because of that whole legal battle.
Yeah, the law.
Yeah. But these fan films are definitely scratching that itch.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend that. And then today, which is the last one I watched, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which I am here to say, Logan, it is a banger.
No. Okay. So it gets all of its hate is because it has the Halloween name on it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie at all. It's a solid movie. But what ruins it is people went in thinking that Michael Myers was gonna. Well, no, they didn't go in thinking that, but they were pissed that he wasn't there.
Yeah, it's John Carpenter's original vision for the Halloween franchise was
one and done.
He wanted to make it an anthology series.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and so that's why Halloween 2 it's got that like stupid twist that like she's Michael's sister.
Right, exactly. That wasn't originally going to be the thing.
Carpenter wrote that in out of spite towards the producers.
Yes.
And they ran with it. So, good for Carpenter. But Season of the Witch, which is about like a corporation and masks that will like kill people,
which is an insane idea.
It fucking rules.
Yeah, it does.
It's really... not just a solid movie. It's a great movie. It's really fucking good. Like, I don't think it's particularly like scary.
No, but it's a good spooky movie.
It's a good spooky movie. The vibes are there. Like the 80s, Carpenter came back and did the score.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that.
That synth score it fucking owns.
Damn.
And it just looks great, and like the ending is completely bonkers and
yes, it is
wonderful. So don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's so great. But yeah, so I'm on a pretty good roll right now. I don't think I've watched any huge flops so far besides
Halloween 5 and 6.
5 and 6. So I'm doing pretty good, especially for most of these being like first time watches or like first time in years.
Right, exactly. So you're getting a fresh spin on it.
Exactly.
And a new take on it. Yeah. That's awesome. I need to do this next year.
Yeah.
I think we should do it together next year and watch the same movies.
Absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be cool if, like, we researched a little bit, like, what was going to be streaming or what was available to us, and kind of make, like, a preset calendar, being like, all right, here's the movie we're watching today.
Here's the incoherent mumbling.
Exactly.
Horror watch list for this October.
The only thing, I think that's the reason why, like, I'm missing a few days is because some nights I would sit down and go to, like, I'd check like Netflix and Xfinity and Hulu and Prime, and while they do have like pretty decent amounts of horror film, there's really nothing there that immediately like catches my eye. Exactly. So I spent like 20 to 30 minutes looking around,
searching, and then not picking anything.
And then I just go back and I'm like, fucking, I'm watching Chopped.
Yeah. Be lazy and watch Chopped.
Yeah.
I wish Chopped had a horror episode where they like ate people.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, chopping up people.
Delicious.
Yummy, yummy people.
Yummy, yummy people.
Yummy people. Beautiful people. Delicious people.
But yeah, that's my very extensive watch list. I know you've watched a few things this month.
So have you heard of The Frighteners?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Do you know, like, roughly what it's about?
Yeah.
So it's I mean, it's a little bit like the Ghostbusters, but essentially, Michael J. Fox is a Ghostbuster, but he rips people off with ghosts. So ghosts are real, and he has a couple ghost buddies to help go quote unquote haunt residences, and he gets money out of them by catching them.
Interesting.
So he stages hauntings to catch people with real ghosts.
Right. Oh, this was directed by fucking Peter Jackson.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. We didn't realize that until we turned around. I was like, Peter Jackson did this? And it shows. We loved it. It's not scary by any means, but it's a good spooky movie. Like, he battles like death is who he goes up against. And, like, there's a whole plot with that I'm not going to get into because I want you to watch it.
Right.
But, like, it's fantastic.
I will definitely have to check that out. I've heard, like I said, I've heard of it. I know very minuscule details about who's in it.
Yes, but...
Is it Gary Busey's son in it?
Yes.
Jake?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Busey in it, and he is terrifying.
Yeah.
But, like,
they don't have to try too hard.
No, it's like
terrifying.
Not because of the characters, because he looks like Gary Busey. We got through a little bit of Slither, and it's very gross.
It sounds gross.
It's a gross movie, but it's So it's not really scary. It's kind of comedy-esque. Like, it's kind of a comedy horror movie because the dialogue is fantastic. And the jokes in it are really good.
Oh, wait. Is this the James Gunn movie?
Is this a James Gunn movie?
With Nathan Fillion?
Yes. Yes,
okay,
it is.
Yeah.
I forgot that was a James... I forgot it was a James Gunn movie. But yes, it is. And from what we watched, it was really good. It got to the point where it was too gross and we didn't want to watch it anymore. You know? So we started that. We didn't finish it. I liked it. Shelby didn't. It grossed her out, and she wasn't into it.
Nice. Had to watch that by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. What else have we watched, babe? So
23.
Oh yeah, so 23 with Jim Carrey.
Oh, the number 23. Yeah.
So the rating is awful. It's like
the movie's also awful.
So
by the way.
It got an 8%. I think is the rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But like we liked it.
Oh my god, you liked it?
Yeah, we liked it.
This was one of those movies where I distinctly remember seeing this trailer as a kid and being like, "Wow, I need to see the number 23."
Yeah, right?
And I hate it.
I know, okay, you hated it. Shelby and I liked it. And then we watched Secret Window, which isn't a scary movie. Or good.
Isn't that kind of like a soft remake of Rear Window?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's got Johnny Depp in it. He's a writer, and someone comes to his door and claims that they stole his story. So he the guy messes with Johnny Depp, and it's super weird. It's really weird.
I've never seen that one.
So if you can't figure out anything to watch, it's not like a scary movie, but it's like spooky and it's like a thriller.
Yeah, I'll take thrillers.
So
absolutely.
Okay, so by far then our favorite movie of this year that we watched was Searching.
Yeah.
Incredible.
This movie. Is a pro-searching podcast.
Absolute
right
pro-searching podcast. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it right now.
Explain a little bit how the film is executed.
So it's laid out all over social media, like Facebook and FaceTime, and is there any actual hard cam footage?
No, I think it's all from the computer.
Yeah, it's all computer or news reports that they stage and security cameras that they have, and it's a kidnapping story. Well, not a kidnapping story, but this guy loses his daughter and he tries to figure out what happened to her. Yeah. And it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I remember being very skeptical about that kind of format being used for the movie, but I thought it was
worked out. And I think what sullied it kind of is the Unfriended type of movies.
Okay. Do you want to hear a hot take?
Do you like Unfriended, Matt? I swear to God.
I really like Unfriended.
I hate that. I really think I don't like that.
And I think Unfriended Dark Web is pretty good too.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
it's a solid sequel. I don't think it's as good as the first, but yeah, I thought the first Unfriended was pretty effective.
Effective? That's a word.
Yeah,
that's a word for it. I
really like it.
I just laugh anytime I see the cut where the dude's hands in a blender. So we can talk about that for a second. So I'm really bad at laughing at sudden things, whether they're funny or not. So
I just imagined you in watching Hereditary alone in the theater in the scene where it just cuts to Charlie's head just decapitated on the floor. You're just just burst out laughing.
I think I chuckled a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
But the instance that I always bring up is from the Hunger Games, and is it
with Rue? Where where she thinks she saves the day, and then she like slowly turns around. And she's pulling an arrow out of her chest.
So the scene is, I've seen it multiple times because I've had to explain to people what is funny about it, because it's really hard to just explain why a young girl getting killed is funny. So the scene, like they're getting attacked, right? Yeah. And like they're throwing, I think it's a javelin is like what it is. They're like spears. Yes. So they're getting thrown out with spears. And Katniss is like fends them off or whatever, and she's like, yeah, we did it. And she turns around and the camera is POV, so it just turns and there's just like a spear.
Yeah.
It just ate her and then she falls. It's not meant to be funny.
No.
But for some reason, I laugh at it. And that might be a little psychotic. I don't know.
It's okay. This is the Halloween episode.
This is the Holy-ween episode.
It's okay, everybody. Listen to me. Logan couldn't even hurt a fly.
I wouldn't even. I mean, I might have dinner with a fly. I would talk to one. I would.
If it's Jeff Goldblum,
I would hear his opinions on things. What he thinks about, nuclear stuff.
The current state of the world.
The current state of affairs with Jeff Goldblum as a fly.
From The Fly.
Oh yeah. Okay. So and we also featuring Jeff Goldblum as Fly
in The Fly.
We also watched Ready or Not.
Fucking good.
So good.
That's good stuff.
It's and it was really funny too, but it was also super thrilling.
Yeah.
And not a lot of movies can do that. That movie did it perfectly.
Yeah. It's good to know that the duo in charge of Ready or Not are doing the next Scream film.
Oh wait, that's who's doing it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. Then that makes me happy. Okay, good. Okay, so
if they could kind of get that sort of feel and vibe for the next Scream film, it's gonna rule.
So the new Scream then has a shot, because I wasn't really excited about it, but knowing that now that they're the ones that are doing it, I have hope.
Yeah, exactly.
I have hope.
Should be good.
We also watched The Invisible Man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of the year.
Which I think we had mixed feelings on it.
What?
I say it felt like it dragged a lot, which sucks a little bit. But besides that, I mean, it was pretty scary. So, oh yeah, oh no, oh I forgot about this. So we watched The Puppet Master. And
what is The Puppet Master?
You've never heard of The Puppet Master?
I don't think I have. Hang on, let me look it up.
Do you have a movie selected for tonight?
I guess I do now.
You're going to watch The Puppet Master. And then tomorrow, you're going to watch The Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich.
No way! Does it deal with fucking Nazis? It's fucking Nazis, isn't it?
Nazi puppets.
Oh my god. I have to watch these.
So, The Puppet Master, the OG, is just a weird movie. And, it's been a little while since we watched it, since Shelby and I watched it, so I can't really explain it too well. But these people meet in a hotel and they're terrorized by these puppets. And then the new one is like a convention at this hotel, and then they're also terrorized by puppets. But I will warn you, The Littlest Reich is one of the grossest movies I have ever watched.
You cut out for a good 10 or 20 seconds there.
I cut out for a good 10 or 20 seconds?
To me, at least. Did you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard me that whole time?
I think so.
I was saying I think I cut out.
Oh, no. Okay, then I didn't hear that. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Okay, well then, if they heard what you said, that should be fine.
Okay, but okay. It's so gross, and you need to watch them both.
Okay.
So
I will add those to my watch list right now.
And then we can talk about it more next week, too, what you think about it.
The Puppet Pod.
The Puppet Pod. But...
All right, I'm literally adding it to my Letterboxd watch list right now.
Oh, well, if you have if we do a Puppet Pod, you then have to also watch Meet the Feebles.
That's right. That was another one that I have to watch.
Oh, it's gross. I think that's even grosser than The Littlest Reich. But
Perfect.
But yeah,
what a perfect title, The Littlest.
The littlest Reich. The littlest Frank Reich.
I love it. All right, they're both added to my watch list, so I will be ready.
Good. I can't wait to see your review of them on Twitter.
Oh God.
But do you have anything else to add about horror? Do you want to
I mean, we kind of want to talk about a little bit about our origin.
Yeah.
Genre.
Okay, so what's your first memory of watching horror as a genre?
As a kid, I don't know if I don't know if I've said the story in the pod already. Correct me if I have or not.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I kind of grew up in like a more religious household.
Gotcha. Okay.
And my mom, she would tell me if I misbehaved that the devil would come get me. And what she would do is she would put the Halloween H2O VHS on the TV stand. And that scared the shit out of me. I had not watched the movie at all, but I was like, I don't want to mess it because otherwise that Michael Myers Satan man is going to come in my sleep and get me.
The boogeyman's going to come get me in my sleep.
So one day, I think my dad at the time was watching it in the basement or something.
Okay.
And I think he was watching it with my younger sister. And so I walk in probably about halfway through and I was like, okay, I'm going to stick this out. And I was like, this is scary, but also I'm having a really good time with it.
Yeah, you like it, right?
It's fun. Yeah, it gave me like a little bit of a rush. And so I think Halloween H2O was like that first movie that I remember being like, okay, so I can actually watch these and have fun with these.
Yeah, okay. So before I get into mine, how do you feel about that movie?
H2O?
Yeah, how do you feel about H2O?
It's a pretty good one, especially when you compare it to other iterations of that franchise.
That's very true.
H2O is not bad. It's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a top 5 Halloween movie.
Yeah, for sure. Easy top 5.
Yeah, because there's a lot of crap.
Yeah, there is.
Hey, yo, Mikey!
Happy fucking Halloween!
Happy fucking Halloween!
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I love how Busta Rhymes beats him with karate.
I think that should happen at the end of every Halloween film.
But Busta Rhymes just comes back and they have a duel.
Jamie Lee Curtis is like about to be stabbed, and then all of a sudden, hey Mikey, and he slowly turns around, and then the camera just heroically pans to Busta Rhymes.
And it's Busta Rhymes.
Fucking Halloween.
It's Busta Rhymes with a spear in his gut. And then he falls over, and then Katniss saves the day.
Yes. Rue dies again. And Logan laughs.
What if Rue died in every movie?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm really interested to hear your side of this. So how did you... Yeah, what was your first, horror film?
The first memory I have of watching horror is being a child before school. I don't know why, but it was before school. I was, eating cereal, having a good time, and I was watching Freddy vs. Jason.
Wow. What a great first movie.
I don't know about that, but it's a very fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a very fun movie, and that's like my favorite look of that Jason had besides Jason X. Now, I could go on a tangent about Jason X because I don't think it gets the love it deserves.
Jason X, I think I'm going to stand with you there. It is purposefully pulpy and just super fun.
It's definitely top 5. I think it's top 3, but we don't have to get into semantics about it.
You know what? I could think you could make a case for that. As long as it's not better than Part 2.
No,
which is my favorite.
I'd say Part 2 is the best one, but my favorite is Jason X.
What about Jason Goes to Manhattan? What are your opinions on
that? The scene where he punches the guy's head off and it just rolls.
Yeah.
It's so not good, man. It just it makes you cringe, but not in I'm a scared way.
Yeah. Here's okay. So I'm gonna dive a little bit more into. Wait, do you have anything else to tell about your Freddy and Jason story?
Well, okay. So when Freddy turns into that weird bug looking thing.
Oh yeah,
That was gross as hell when I was a kid, and I hated that part. Absolutely hated that part. And I think that was the only scene in that movie that I had to close my eyes for because I just thought it was gross.
yeah.
But
No, that's a really interesting. I mean, I think that's kind of actually like right on. It's right on
yeah,
cue
it is.
for,
It
for
is
you,
for
your
me. Yeah,
personality.
it's
Yeah.
It,
Your
it,
first horror film being Freddy
Eddie
versus Jason. Damn.
But not go on that tangent that you were gonna go on.
So I was just gonna kind of praise a little bit about why I like the horror genre so
Yeah,
much.
absolutely.
And I think horror is, to me, I think the most diverse genre, where you can make a horror film. Like, that can be the template. Your template can be a horror film, but there are like so many different types of horror films and different things you can explore. Like, you can have they don't even have to be necessarily, good for me to enjoy. Like, I think horror films are the ones they can have fun the easiest.
No, yeah,
Like, if you
by
do it
far.
right, you could say like the movie's not great, but like you still had a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Like Freddy versus Jason.
Exactly.
It's not a good movie, but it's so fun.
So like you have like those really fun shitty ones, and you have like ones that like tackle like different issues.
Yeah,
whether
like
it's,
Us or Get Out.
Yeah, social issues
yeah.
or the psychological stuff, and I just think the commentary that you're able to fit within the horror genre is very special and really limited to that genre, where you can do so much of that with it.
Absolutely. And it didn't become my favorite genre up until like I met Shelby, because she is the biggest horror fanatic that I've ever met, and she loves watching horror, but she is very critical about horror in that she doesn't like most horror movies.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. If you're someone if horror is your favorite genre, which it might be maybe one of mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think, like, if a horror movie is good, it's good.
Yeah.
But I know like a lot of people have very strong opinions, especially like within like the slasher franchises. Like, everybody's got like a slightly different ranking from each other, and it's not like you can have like a really hateful conversation about it like Star Wars.
No,
It's
exactly. And like that's the surprising thing, how like respectful conversations can be about horror movies.
The horror community itself, just in general, seems to just be a really friendly,
surprisingly one of the best communities in regards to film.
For people whose favorite genre of films usually includes maiming and torture.
Yeah,
and
people
just
dying.
Yeah.
and-
It's just like the people who like it are usually the exact opposite.
Exactly. So yeah, it's like you said, it's such a great genre that you can do a lot of things with, and if you do it well, you do it well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, some of my favorite films of the last decade, have been some horror films. Like,
Yeah,
Hereditary is one of my favorites.
fantastic.
And pretty much anything Ari Aster does. So
Yeah.
like, and you know what? I was trying to think, and like, horror also brings out some of the more interesting directors today. So like Ari Aster with like Midsummer and Hereditary. You've got like people like Robert Eggers, who did The Lighthouse and
Yeah.
The Witch, which is
I've
also
heard
one of my
I've heard
favorites.
The Witch is phenomenal. We haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
You should really get to it.
Should
like,
we?
It's
Okay.
it's a slow burn, and definitely watch it with captions, because they all talk very. You've seen The Lighthouse, right?
No, I haven't seen The Lighthouse yet.
Okay, well, that's another one you should get to as
Okay.
well. But they both talk very specific to the time period they take place in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And so sometimes it just might be difficult to really understand what they're talking about. So
Right.
captions definitely recommended for both of those.
Okay.
But like Jordan Peele's become one of the more popular
So
voices. Karen Kurosama, who did
Yeah.
The Imitation, and now she's doing, she's taking on, I think, Dracula.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
The Universal horror movie franchise that they're restarting now has got a lot of potential, unlike the Dark Universe, which it's one of my favorite memes. It's that picture of like Johnny Depp and Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise all sitting in a room, like, the Dark Universe coming soon, and like The Mummy came out and everyone was like, no. but like the new Dark Universe, I guess Dark Universe 2, uh
The Darkening
started off with the Invisible Man, which I fucking love.
is a yeah, it's just a fantastic movie.
They're doing a Wolfman movie with Ryan Gosling.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then this Dracula one. So I'm really interested to see what they're doing with these new iterations.
Absolutely.
But, like, I just find myself more and more excited for horror films every year.
Yeah, I say it's the films that Shelby and I get the most excited for, and by far it's the genre we would go see in theaters the most.
Yeah,
because that's our favorite genre to go see.
They're so fun to see in theaters. I wasn't there because unfortunately I had something else going on at that same time. But you and people from The Real Deal, one year you guys watched The Bye Bye Man together, correct?
Yeah, we did. We had like a pizza party we had an actual Halloween party and we watched it together. And oh my god, man.
I've only heard wonderful stories from that party. I really wish I was there.
Well, I also want you to watch that movie as for your watch list.
I almost turned it on the other day because
you
know, we were talking about it at the beginning of the show with the pee pee poo poo man. That's one of those stupid memes that anytime I see that fucking poster, I'm dead.
That's what you think of, yeah.
Yeah, but like I've heard that the Bye Bye Man is one of those movies where it's so bad you kind of have to watch it.
You have to watch it. Yes, absolutely.
And like I said, I've been in a good run recently. And I kind of want to destroy it.
Yeah, the concept is so stupid.
If you say his name.
If you think about him, if you conceptualize him, you die.
Oh, I can't wait. So I'll definitely add that to my watch list as well.
Yeah.
And like, you know, even like dumb movies like that and like Truth or Dare. Like I said, you go see them in a theater and even if they're bad, you're still like...
It's fun. Like
that was just fun to make fun of the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or laugh about it.
But yeah, do you want to get into our random thoughts this week, Matthew?
Sure. Let's do it.
Do you have one, or would you like me to go first?
You know what? I've gone first the last couple of times. Let's switch things up a little bit. Why don't you start us off strong?
Okay.
Oh no.
So, I'm gonna read you the lyrics to a song, and I need you to tell me what this remind you of in a horror context.
Okay.
So, he drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best times. Oh, Danny boy, Danny boy, Danny boy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You are never gonna keep me down. Do you have a guess?
Well, it's got to be Jack Torrance.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So Shelby and I had this conversation that Tub Thumpin' by Chumbawamba is about The Shining. And you cannot convince us otherwise.
Wow.
It's about The Shining. It has to be.
Oh my god. No way.
It is. It has to be. We can't prove it, but it has to be. Listen to that song.
So I looked it up in Wikipedia to see if it was like maybe about it, and all it says is the song is about the resilience of ordinary people, which that's a really good definition to put to a song called Tub Thumping.
Tub Thumping. And also tub thumping, the creepy old gross lady in the tub. So, like, come on.
Dude, I need you to tweet this immediately after this is done, because there's no way that this fucking go viral. No way.
Tub thumping is about The Shining, and
that's incredible.
And you can't convince us otherwise.
It's gotta be. I'm talking about tub thumping, Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitch.
Podcast.
What?
Because I wanted to be away from the noise. Well, the door was closed, and it was actually peace and quiet until you walked in. Right now, I'm gonna tub thump you.
You ain't never gonna keep me down, Mitchell.
I'm not gonna take it back. I'm not gonna take it back. All right.
But yeah, that.
Hang on, let me test it with Mitchell.
Okay.
Mitchell. Yeah. So do you know the song "Tub Thumping" by Chumbawamba? So the song goes, "When I get knocked down, I get back up again." All right, I'm gonna read you the lyrics. Logan pointed this out. It's incredible, and you're gonna tell me if this reminds you of a certain horror movie character. You ready? He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best times. Oh, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. Tell me that isn't about Jack Torrance. From The Shining, idiot.
Did he just say who's Jack Torrance?
He said who's Jack Torrance. I said from The Shining. He said never heard of it. He's joking, of course. Doesn't that sound like it's about Jack Torrance? It's okay. Mitchell's got smooth brain, so he wouldn't get it.
Yeah, anyway. You're right. Yeah. Mitchell, get out of here.
Get out of here. I know. It's okay. We'll be done in like
2
just
3 minutes.
Just stand there and stare and just be quiet the rest of the time. All right.
But yeah, so
that blew my mind.
That's my random thought. Run with it. Tell it to all your friends.
I will.
And spread the word that Tub Thumping is about The Shining.
It's about Jack Torrance. All right. Perfect.
But go ahead with your random thought.
So my random thought goes back earlier. You remember how I mentioned the show Chopped, right?
Yes.
So I've been watching Chopped recently, just for like pleasure.
Yeah.
It's great.
For pleasure.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Chopped for your pleasure.
Dude, Ted Allen, man. But there was an episode where the whole every 3 baskets. You know how the show Chopped works, right?
Not really.
Okay, so you get 4 contestants.
Okay.
And you have 3 rounds. You have the appetizer, the entree, and the dessert round.
Okay.
And every round they get a basket with 4 ingredients, 4 completely random ingredients.
Yeah.
And they have to make their dishes with those 4 ingredients.
Okay.
And whoever makes the worst dish or doesn't incorporate all of the ingredients gets kicked out until eventually one person wins.
Yeah, gets cut up and then they use them in the dish for the next round.
Yes. That's why it's called Chopped.
Chopped, yeah.
They get literally chopped.
Yes.
So the episode that I watched, it was themed where every dish had to deal with whiskey and wings.
Whiskey and wings.
So they had to make an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert with wings and the type of whiskey that they would get in their baskets.
Okay.
And so there was one round where this one girl, it was like turkey wings for everybody, and they got quinoa whiskey. I've never heard of quinoa whiskey before.
Whiskey?
But she said, like they do like the little like the talking head interviews during the show where they're kind of explaining what they're doing, and she's like, I saw the quinoa whiskey, and so I was immediately inspired by it and thought, I'll make a quinoa. And she says this like 3 or 4 times within that same episode where she was like, the quinoa whiskey really inspired me, and I really went out of my way to make a quinoa out of it. And I'm just like, that's like looking at like, you get like chocolate cake mix, and you're like, this chocolate cake mix really inspired me to make chocolate cake. You're not going out of your comfort zone. You're literally making it out of one of the fucking ingredients.
Man, I just had the best Big Mac I've ever had. This truly inspires me to go make a cheeseburger.
It was just one of those things where, like, as soon as she said it, I was like, that's dumb. Maybe, like, she, like, made a mistake and was nervous on camera or something. Nope, she reiterates the claim at least 3 more times.
Please tell me she lost. Did she lose? Or did she win?
I think she lost.
Good. I hope she lost.
I don't even think it was for that round. I think she made it to the final 2.
God.
But yeah, like as soon as I heard that, I'm like, you're not special.
That's not an original idea.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
But yeah, just so you know, inspiration can come in many forms and places, even if it's fucking stupid.
Even if it's awful, or if it's a song that you thought wasn't about anything.
But I get knocked down, I get back up again. Never gonna get me down.
Oh, Danny boy.
Look, we can't make fun of that song. It's about the people.
It's about the people.
It's the beautiful people.
The beautiful quinoa. But thank you for listening, everyone, to episode 7, the spooktacular edition of Incoherent Mumbling. Matt, do you have anything else to add?
Just, if you're not watching horror films this month, you're doing it wrong.
Get out and watch some G-dang horror films.
For the next 9 days, watch 31 horror films.
31 films, 9 days.
You have 9 days. Live or die.
You have 9 days. But thank you for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week with something. I have no idea.
With even more tub thumping.
We're gonna thump the tubs so much.
Dude, it's gonna be rough.
Rough.
Scooby.
Scoop. All right, guys. We'll be back next week.
Everybody.
See ya.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, made a poop.